And hello, folks. Welcome back for our second semifinal game. And if you were with us for the last one, what a treat as Slovakia and Czech Republic played to a 1-0 overtime game. Here we have Team Canada in the black, Team USA in the white. And as always, joined by Trevor Murphy, my color man. Best cameraman this side of the overpass, Teddy O'Rourke. And we're ready to go as Team Canada control. Brittany Smith sends that in wide, and Adele King is one to watch here tonight, Trevor, in the USA net. She has been lights out in this tournament.
And she's going to have a strong game here tonight to fend off the Team Canada attack. You know Team Canada's going to be hungry. They're going to be coming fast and furious, and she's going to have to make saves like that all night long to keep Team USA in this hockey game.
As she turns away, fan favorite Fanny Desforges on a nice give and go. The U.S. definitely overmatched in terms of skill out here tonight, Trevor. So it'll be interesting how long King can hold them in. She is very good, though.
Well, King has to be solid, and the Team USA has to try and force turnovers. And when they do, make the most of their opportunities, because you know Team Canada's going to come hard on the forecheck. They're going to be pressuring the ball hard. So if you're Team USA now, you want to hang on your defensive zone, but make the most of your opportunities when they do come along.
Absolutely. Back here for O'Grady. O'Grady for Desmuir. And you can see as the U.S. have dropped back into a very defensive shell. Moxley now. Moxley out front for Cockrell. Cockrell. And King will hang on to that. And King's fired up here tonight.
Yeah, you know that the Team USA coaches have talked to their team about playing solid in their defensive zone. They take care of their own zone first. They're going to hang out as long as they can. They will ride the shoulders of Adele King as long as they can. But as we've seen earlier this year too, or earlier this week, Team Canada will wait for you to kind of collapse and then take advantage of that. So Team USA will be strong in their zone, but they can't sit back too much, because if they do, they'll get burned.
Absolutely. There's Pouliot sends that on net. And a quick update for fans. Team Canada men down 2-0 early to the Czech Republic in their semifinal at the Jack Byrne Arena. Over here for Johnston. Johnston has that poked away by Amanda Brown for Team USA. Here's Larocque, Chantel Larocque. Comes together with McMasters there. Sent ahead for Brown. That's just a little too far. Quick breakout for Canada. Larocque is turned back there. Melanie Cherry bats that away from Chelsea Purcell. And McMasters will send that deep. In goal tonight for Team Canada, Katie Passfield, who had a brilliant effort against the Czech Republic. And obviously Team Canada has anointed Passfield to be their number one. O'Grady for Tulk, or that's Coos for Tulk. Don Tulk shoots, and that's just wide. 12:23 remains. Team Canada carrying the play very early here. Danica Smith drifts one down, and she scores! Danica Smith potentially tripped by Kristen Coos in front. 1-0 Team Canada.
That goal happens because of traffic in front. A good job by Danica Smith to keep that ball low and get it through the traffic. But the Team Canada forwards crashing the net. 2 players in front. The Team USA defenders came with them. 4 players in front of Adele King, so hard for her to see that ball. And I think that ball may have been tipped, but a good job by Team Canada to use that point shot, but then crash the net and cause some traffic in front of USA goaltender Adele King.
Sent in there by Prostack. Brought back by Brittany Smith for Team Canada. That goes too far. It's Leslie MacArthur, sorry.
And these offensive zone faceoffs for Team USA will become even more important than usual, because we don't expect them to spend a lot of time in the Team Canada zone tonight. So every chance they get, whether it be an icing, a penalty call, whatever it is, whenever they have to face off, they have to make the most of it. Win the face-off, keep possession, and try and get a shot off of this face-off win.
And they do, but that's very weak. And Passfield will hop on that.
And we know Team Canada is going to keep coming, so every one of these opportunities for the USA, they've got to be ready. And certainly there's a quick goal here in this game. They can't get down on that. They know that Adele King will keep them in the game. They got to play their game, keep their game plan, and try and get some shots on Katie Passfield.
And Coos does get credit. So Coos gets a stick on that in front. Here's Brittany Smith. Ahead here for Moxley. Moxley sends it near side for Cockrell. O'Grady. Over here for Desmere. Desmere can't handle that, and Melanie Cherry will play that back into her own zone. Megan Habina in on that. Oh, Rachel Heller, excuse me. Heller will send that up the boards here. Shot, rebound, backhanded by Cockrell, just misses wide. Desmere can't get a stick on that. Back here for Leslie MacArthur. MacArthur winds, fires, drifts that in. King makes the save. Moxley's in on that. Candace Moxley. Out here for Dawson. Dawson shoots. And that's tipped over the net, and Trevor Canada just fully in control here early.
Absolutely, and Team USA has their system set up, but they are not out high on the defense, which is allowing the Team Canada defensemen to tee it up and rip it. And that's going to have to change because that's right into Team Canada's hands. They love creating offense from the defense. So as long as the U.S. continues to lay back like this, Team Canada will continue to hammer balls on the net.
And Habina takes Purcell down, and she falls hard there. Seems to be okay. Now Team Canada's going to go to the power play. 4 minutes, 48 seconds into this game.
Yeah, and the Team USA, they have to be aggressive in front of their own net to clear it out. But you had to stay out of the penalty box because Team Canada is lethal on the power play, and you do not want to be out there 5-on-4. So stay out of the penalty box, play aggressive, but don't take those penalties.
Absolutely. Amy Dawson still out there with Leslie MacArthur. Dawson with a goal last night. One-time shot over here, nice. Hands in front there by Erica Pouliot. And she just sends that over the net. Nice play by Dawson to knock that down. Her MacArthur switch. MacArthur in here for LaRock. Dawson. LaRock shoots. That bounces around in there. And Patterson slows up. Ahead here for Church. Church battles. Little hack on the ankles of MacArthur. That's sent out. MacArthur will keep that alive. 9:28 to play in the first. Over here for Dawson. Dawson shoots. And that's behind King. And Pouliot picks it up. And good job by the official. Johnny on the spot. 2-0 Team Canada.
No, that's right. He was getting ready to blow the whistle, but a real good job of reading that play and waiting the extra seconds. That ball did continue to go through Adele King's pad. So a real good play, or a real good call, I guess, by the official to be right on top of the play and make that call. But there we see an example of the Team Canada using the point shot again, looking for the rebound and looking to make that count. So continuing to use the defense to create the offense.
And they certainly seem to have picked that out about the Americans early, because Canada, it's just a shooting gallery there. They're just walking in and hammering the ball at goal.
No, we're just over 5 minutes in and already 8 shots on goal, and I'm willing to bet that 7 of those have come from the defense.
Walking out in front is Tolk. And Francesca Perron buries that. So it's 3-0, Trevor.
And that's what Canada has to do. They had to set the tone for this game early. They do not want to get in a similar situation that we've seen the Slovaks in the last game, where they sat back, were not ready for this game. Team Canada doing totally the opposite. Coming out, getting a good 3-goal lead to start this game. Now it's important they keep the momentum going and keep pushing this game, keep pushing the pace. Keep making sure they have possession of the ball in the USA zone.
Well, I tell you what, Trev, from what we've seen so far, these Americans are outmatched here tonight. Ostagai. That's chipped ahead. Coos calling for that on the far side. Patterson picks that off. Madison Sands sets that up behind the Team Canada net. Over here for Johnston. Sands with the pass ahead for Coos. So Bryan and Dave Forge are out there, and they'll be joined by Blomberg as she comes off the bench. Sands sizes up the situation, drops it for Johnston. She shoots. That's tipped in front. And the Americans, Trevor, if they're going to drop back, they're going to have to start getting in the shooting lane at least.
Yeah,
they're not interested right now.
No,
Look at this out here.
Yeah, they can't. It's okay to sit back and be in this defensive zone, but you have to get in the lanes, use stick, use body, take away those passing lanes. Right now, they're staying back, but as you said, Chris, they're allowing those shots to happen and keeping open lanes for Team Canada to get balls through to the net.
Like if Ryan isn't going to get in the lane, if she's only going to pretend to get in the lane, she might as well be up next to Sands, taking her time and space.
No, that's right, because we're seeing the Team Canada defense obviously gain the zone and standing about halfway between the red line and the blue line. By doing that, you're giving yourself more room to move. The Team USA forwards have to realize that and get themselves out a little bit more closer to that blue line, so you're forcing the Team Canada not to be able to get those shots away from the blue line as they are right now. As you said, Chris, they're just teeing up and basically at will right now getting shots from the defense position.
And a problem we've seen with the Americans all week, Trevor, as Desmir sends out in front, is even on like the Greeks and the Italians, they don't have that explosive forward line, as the Americans kind of, to get this far relied on a scoring by committee, and they don't have those explosive forwards that they really need to expose Team Canada. That's a good job to block that one there by who else but Melanie Cherry.
It's incredible the way she was blocking shots last night. She goes down with no concern for her body.
No.
Just does a wonderful job of playing physical.
Oh, nice tip by Kane. Desmir digging Kane now. Cockrell gets open as Moxley's taking one down, as Kane has joined up with this line for a shift. And we talked about it last night. Amanda Kane earning her ice time. You've got to find a spot for her, and here she's going to have another opportunity. And she still has the ball, and the presence of... What a save by Adele King. Oh.
The Bella Lions highlight of the night right there with that save. Lying on her back, I think the right leg gets kicked up in the air and makes a wonderful save, but it goes back to showing second effort. And even though she's had 3 goals scored against her early in this game, continuing to battle in the USA net, just an unbelievable save by 33 Adele King.
Well, we interviewed Adele yesterday after the game, and she's had some family issues this week in terms of her niece going through some surgeries, and Adele, her whole focus is to do this for her niece. So it does not going to matter the score here. She is going to do everything she can because she knows everything she does is for her family. And there's nothing more powerful than that, Trevor, as you know.
No, and just another interesting story coming from these players this week. And Chris, you've done a nice job of talking about some of these stories that you've learned, and getting to know the players on and off the floor. And just another story about Adele King, doing this for her niece. Unbelievable, just some of the stories that are going on. And it shows the type of people that these athletes are. They are first-class athletes, but first-class people as well.
Oh, 100%. Jessica O'Grady, 110% for that matter. We've met so many great people. Purcell adopting the Fanny Day Forge model of shoes. And the rocks down there, Adele, again, King making that save. And King is on pace to get hit with about 60 shots tonight, Trevor.
No, that's right. We have 14 shots for Team Canada right now to 1 for Team USA. A score of 3-0 with 5:39 left to go in this first period.
Lots of emails coming in support of the Americans too, Trevor. We've got one here from Chris Sinclair, from Jeannie Hart, from the Bowers. They're all tuned in, cheering on the girls. And, the girls might only have 6 or 7 fans here in the stands, but hundreds watching at home.
No, and we've talked about already about the family and friends supporting these teams from around the country. It's great they can watch online and follow, and I'm sure the girls have been in touch with the friends and family through email or tweets, whatever it might be. But it's great that so many friends and family have been supporting these players throughout this week.
So again, it's Perron Back here for Johnston for MacArthur. And Team Canada with a 3 tall right-handed shot defenseman. A lot of coaches would really do a lot to get that.
That's a coach's dream right there.
Perron recovers that. Perron back here. Johnston fires. Cherry down there battling. Pitting Perron. Or Perron, I suppose, and seeing we're in Canada. Battle continues down there in the corner, and away with it comes Cherry. She sends it ahead, but that's picked off there by Jennifer Bryan. Don Tulk sends that behind the net. Tulk and Coos are going to be looking to complete the change to get Desforges and Blomberg out there to join Bryan. Shot there by Sands. Sands for Desmier. She can't hang on. Or Desforges, sorry, and that goes down the floor.
And so far, Chris, from the U.S., we're seeing they are competing.
Oh, for
it's
sure.
It's just there's a different matchup right now between the skill sets of Team Canada and Team USA, but take nothing away from the U.S. right now. They are competing each and every shift and doing everything they can to control the Canada attack.
Away come Team USA. And that's sent deep in the Canadian zone. 3:25 remains here in the first. Sent across, and Bryan and Sands will work together to bring this out. Jennifer Bryan across. Sent ahead by Danica Smith. That's chipped, and Bryan and Blomberg have an opportunity. Bryan sends that in front. Blomberg can't get there. She's taken out of the play by McMasters. And then Blomberg with another opportunity sends that wide. So here we are again. Shot in. Knocked down. All alone. Shelly Cockrell robbed by Adele King. Cockrell again. And a good play there by McRae to lift the stick of Blomberg. Adele King makes another save. Moxley in there. Turned away by King. And Adele King on that again. And what I said about 60 shots, let's make that 75 or 80 because Adele King is under siege right now.
Adele King, though, she comes across that net so well. Takes away the side, takes away the post, and is able to react very quickly and recover on those second and third shots. So an outstanding performance so far by Adele King in the Team USA net.
Just got another email that Megan Habina's family are all watching together. So, you know, this is a big deal for a lot of these girls playing against Team Canada in Canada. As we talked about with Adele yesterday, that's it when it comes to hockey players playing Team Canada in Team Canada in a World Championship.
Absolutely.
That's a pretty big deal.
No, it's a semifinal game of a World Championship. When you're playing Team Canada, it means even that much more to this Team USA squad.
King is all over that. She tracks the ball so well down there, Trevor. She's always got her head on the ball.
Yeah,
and it's just amazing.
Absolutely. Head on a swivel all the time, whether it's behind the net, on the sideboards, always tracking the ball very well. And because of her positioning, that's a big key piece reason why she always makes those saves.
Amanda Kane again. Amanda Kane can't find the handle. It seems she's getting rolled through the lines there, Trev, as the 13th forward, 15th forward, however many lines they have. She's the one extra one. Math, it's been a long week. I'm not going to try and do math right now.
No, but we've talked about in last night's broadcast, Chris, that, you know, with Kane right now is that she's making it tough for the coaches not to play her. And as that type of player, you know, we know she's out there. She's working hard all the time. She is bringing 100% to the floor each and every time she's on the floor. So she's going to want to continue to play well, continue to do the little things right, and make the coaches get her on the floor as much as possible.
And away we come again here. I'm not sure who that is. The ball there. That's Johnston from MacArthur. In there for Purcell. That shot's just wide. Back around here for Purcell. For Leslie MacArthur. MacArthur fires. And a leg kick save by King. Purcell in, and King is all over that.
It's amazing how she can use her trapper to get that ball, almost like a shortstop in baseball, Chris. That ball, one bouncer, she picks it up and covers it up. And as we discussed a few times over the last few broadcasts, with these hockey balls, they make funny bounces sometimes. So good on King to be able to stay with that ball, scoop it up, and make sure that she gets that whistle, allowing her team to change, get some fresh legs on the floor, and take this defensive zone face-off with 53 seconds left to go in this first period.
And Trev, just watching King during that stoppage, she is already bagged down there, and she's played, and Team Canada's going to get a penalty, I think.
No, I think it was a glove pass, I believe, yes.
I thought he made the closing the hand on the ball signal. And this official is from Slovakia. He does not speak English, so they're trying to figure out what's going on, but he's just going to drop the ball. 45 seconds left here, and Team Canada is just in control. Adele King, I mean, you really can't say enough about her, Trevor. She's also a big part of putting this whole team together. You can see she has an A on her jersey. Well, she's more than just an alternate captain. She's part of the management team for this group. She helped put everything together, and there's been some issues with ball hockey in the U.S. in terms of, I guess, governing bodies and who's going to play where, and we all know about this other championship that's taking place outside of the actual World Championship right now, and King was one that spearheaded this team to get here as Sands fires that in on King. So on top of all the management and everything she's got going on top of we know about the medical stuff she's dealing with her family, she's still so focused. And maybe this is what drives her to be so good, in that she's not just here for a tournament, Trevor. She's here representing herself, her family, her country, and that means a lot to a lady like Adele King.
No, and we've discussed it, Chris, that pretty well every one of these teams have spent their own money to get here. There's not a lot of funding for these teams to be, so these players are playing for all the right reasons. These are not professional athletes. They're amateur athletes who are putting a commitment, from their personal time, financially, and everything else to be here. So when you hear a story like King's, it certainly makes you appreciate everything a team goes through to get to this level, to play at a World Championship, and to be at the best you can be each and every game.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right there, Trevor. And as the fans get into it a bit here with the local band, The Fables, if you want to hear this song, it's The Fables. You can look them up on YouTube or iTunes or wherever. But it's just a thing here with these American girls that for them to be in medal contention after dealing with a lot of, I guess, the word I'm looking for, I can't really find, distractions, some roadblocks, I guess, on the way to getting here, above and beyond what every other team has faced. For them to be here in medal contention, to have the attitude that they have, it's certainly amazing to see, and I'm really rooting for them. I don't think that they will come back in this one, but tomorrow against the Czech Republic, I hope they have a tight game.
Well, you talk about it, Chris, but they are in a semifinal game of a World Championship. They're guaranteed a chance to play for a medal. The color basically is still to be seen, but it doesn't matter. Like, the fact that you're here, you've got a team, you're playing for yourselves, you're playing for your country, that's a phenomenal feat in itself. And take nothing away from these girls. They've worked hard each and every game, and there's been times where they've been overmatched from the skills perspective, but they have not taken one shift off throughout this tournament. They are here tonight. They are working hard. Certainly they're being outshot on the scoreboard, and Team Canada is playing very well, but full marks to Team USA for the way they've conducted themselves on and off the floor. They've been first class, and certainly nice to see them with some of the obstacles they've had to overcome. Nice to see them in a semifinal game, knowing the chance that they have to play for a medal tomorrow.
Absolutely, Trevor. And again, it just goes back to all the various stories, all the various human interest things that we've dealt with over the week. I mean, just earlier today, and if anyone's on our Facebook page, I really encourage you to take the time to watch the end of the Israel-Cayman Islands B-pool game for the men's division. A quick synopsis: Israel never played at the world level before. Just thrilled to be here. Actually, some of the team never met each other till they got to St. John's, the first time they even met each other. So we interviewed them on day one, and their captain told me, he said, Chris, if we can keep our games to within 6 or 7 goals as our first time here, a non-traditional hockey nation. If we can keep that to 6 or 7 goals, we'll be thrilled. They come out in their first game, they tie Italy. Italy's playing in the gold medal game tomorrow. They lose a couple along the way. They pull out a big win yesterday against Great Britain. They come here today, down 4-1 to the Cayman Islands, who this morning thought they had a shot at the gold medal game. Chip one back. In the second, they're down 4-2. In the second, they're down 4-3. They tie it halfway through the third, needing a win to get into the bronze medal game of the men's B pool, which for a lot of countries wouldn't even be interested in doing that. You talk to some of these A pool teams, why would I want to be in the bronze medal game of the B pool? Totally different scenario, obviously. They pull their goalie, they score with 20 seconds left. And when that buzzer went, and it's really worth your while to go watch this, they they looked like a Stanley Cup winning team. And chills up here in the booth, and you can hear it in my call. We had them interviewed after the game. We brought the whole team up, and it was just something so special. So if you're listening now or watching online, if you have the time, at some point over the next day or so, go into our Facebook page, find the Israel versus Cayman Island game, and please watch it. If you can't watch it all, please watch the ending, and it's just really something special.
No, and it's these events are special for so many different reasons, Chris. The people you meet, the action you get a chance to watch, each and every day here. But, for some people, these are life-changing experiences. They are in a world championship, depending on what kind of background they come from, their country, their culture, whatever it might be. This can be a life-changing experience for a lot of these athletes. And whether it's a chance to go on and compete in another world championship or, win an award or whatever the case may be, this can be a life-changing experience. And I think that Israel game is a great example of that. And they go out there and, beginning of the weekend, they were just trying to keep the games close. Now they're playing for a medal. And for them to go home and to have that type of experience, to talk about, what they've seen, the positive they got from this event, is absolutely tremendous.
And Trevor, the stories keep coming. As we're talking, I get an email. Hey guys, my buddy Adele King rocks that net tonight. She's my man of the game. From Vicky Afexinadu, Team Greece. So,
Not a bad goalie herself.
Oh.
She was outstanding in the games we've seen her play this week, and certainly one of the highlights for the Greek team this week. The way she played, the way she handled herself, with that positive demeanor each and every game. She was a treat to watch, and now to have that camaraderie among the teams, just outstanding.
Oh, it's just amazing, and it really gives me chills. And she has no idea we're going to read that out, talk about it. She just wanted to let us know that she thinks that Adele's doing a great job. And Vicky, thank you very much. Good luck in your placement game tomorrow, as you Greek girls have been nothing but fun, everyone that we've talked to. And again, another great story about the Greece team. And if we get a chance, we'll touch on that a little bit later as well, the Greek female team. So here's O'Grady. She's going to fire, and Adele King is going to stop that for her 29th save of the game here early in the second period. O'Grady holds. O'Grady fires. And that's blocked in front by Melanie Cherry, who might have as many saves as Adele King. Down here low is Tulk for Dawson. And King makes the save, and another save off Dave Forge.
3 shots, 3 great saves. And it's so impressive that we see the shots coming from all angles, and she's able to handle those shots so well. And I put it back to positioning, her willingness to compete. But Adele King, you can tell she's tired now. She's trying to gas her some air, in between whistles. But just an outstanding job of making saves from all areas of the floor.
And like Vicky Afexinadu, Trevor, has played every minute of every game for her team. And they tell you after the game, I'm tired. They're beaten and bruised. And just to put those pads on, yourself, when you're hurting like that, just to put the gear on, you're like, again? So it says so much that these girls are world-class athletes. And another massive save, Adele King. Oh, my goodness. Chipped away, and here comes Bankowski. And she's cut off with the pass by Johnston.
But you know something? I think it's good right now. So if Team Canada is successful and goes on to win this game, it's good for them to face a goalie like Adele King because they know who they're coming up against tomorrow. You know, with Slovakia winning the game before this. They know that their goaltender is outstanding, had, you know, over 30 saves in the game today. So having a chance to compete against a goalie like Adele King will help Team Canada should they be successful and move on in this this tournament.
Absolutely, Trevor. You're always on the mark with your comments. Purcell into the zone. Back for Larocque. She's watched there by Habina for Purcell. Purcell, Larocque, nice give and go. Shot and a huge glove save by Adele King. And we sound like a broken record. Adele King has 32 saves. We just started the second period.
But that opportunity happens because Canada is moving their feet. Last night we saw them, they were standing still a little bit and kind of caught fire in the second and third period. But right from the start tonight, they've been moving their feet, going to open space. We see a nice play off the side boards there, drive through the face-off circle, and a good shot on goal. So it's nice to see Team Canada moving their feet, putting balls to open space, and getting good quality shots on goal.
Larocque makes a good play there on Julie LeBlanc. Here's Purcell again with Larocque. Chantel Larocque walks, shoots. Another save by King. Heller down low now for the U.S. No, that's Cherry. Melanie Cherry, as we discussed last night, started as the 7th D-man for Team USA. She is now, if she's not top 2, she's a definite top 4 and getting all kinds of floor time.
Yeah, I'm not tracking shifts or time right now, but it seems like every second shift she is on the floor. And as we discussed last night, Chris, doesn't do anything fancy, you know, but she does the right things. Yeah. She makes good, safe plays, takes care of her own zone. She blocks shots. She gets in the way. Just a tremendous defender for Team USA.
And I just, you know, Melanie's kids and family are watching. And guys, when Mom gets home, make sure you take good care of her because she's going to need some rest.
She will need ice packs and bed rest for the next 2 weeks after all the shots she's blocked in this tournament.
And you know what it's like, though, Trevor? These girls are probably going to leave here tomorrow night and go to work on Monday morning. And that's just the life of an amateur athlete and something we don't talk about. Probably had to take their vacation time to get here, miss school for the younger players. And these are some other things that we haven't even really touched on. Like, all these girls are in Newfoundland for 9 days, and I'm sure they're enjoying themselves away and whatever. But they've given up family time, vacation time, all these things, and they're not being compensated to be here. No. And that's, I mean, it again speaks to these people.
No, and, you know.
And sorry to cut you off. Also, a lot of them leaving their kids with somebody.
No, and
you know?
As a guy with 2 young kids who has traveled a lot for hockey over the years, you know, you need to have that support, you know, at home. And certainly I'm very fortunate to have that. And it's obvious that these players have it as well. Knowing they can come and compete in events like this, that their husband or significant other will take care of their children while they're away. And it's a good feeling, you know, as an athlete that you know you have that support at home from family, from friends. So as much as we're saying, you know, congratulations to all these players, you know, congratulations to the families back home for having the support network that you have and supporting these athletes.
And, you know, the families, you know, if you ask them, they wouldn't miss it for the world and they wouldn't have their loved ones not be here. And that's just the beauty of it all. And across there, one-timer, Blomberg, what a save by King coming across there. Oh, man.
A nice pass by O'Grady across the seam to Blomberg for a nice one-timer. But there we see it again, the tower of power in the net. Adele King gets across, makes a good save. And again, no rebound, Chris. No rebound. It's amazing how she can smother that ball so fast.
Blomberg got everything on that. Everything. Desmier sends that wide. Moxley in there. Moxley's battling down there with Prostak. Prostak, as the Americans retreat into their zone defense. Moxley sends it on goal. Turned away by King. This is unprecedented. There's 40 shots on net already. We're not halfway through the game. MacArthur. And it's not 10-0, it's 3-0. The game is still in reach.
She has 37 saves, not even halfway through the game yet.
There's goalies in this tournament. Team Canada's goalies, all 3 of them combined don't have 37 saves. or anything close to it. She has 37 saves in 20 minutes. And of the dazzling variety, a lot of them. So
Yeah.
I know we sound like we're the Adele King fan club, and you know what?
We are right now.
Yeah.
We are absolutely the Adele King fan club right now because of the way she's playing. And to make 37 saves in the first half of a hockey game, and let's just say that I would guess 32, 33 of those shots have been good quality scoring opportunities. Just an outstanding individual performance right now from number 33 in that USA net, Adele King.
And again, Team Canada is on this perpetual advantage here. Sands. And if I'm Adele King, and I know that she's probably not this type of person, but the way my forwards and D are getting, with the exception of Melanie Cherry, are bailing out of the shot lanes, I'd be, as a goaltender, very upset with that.
You know, because you got to find a way to get a stick on the ball, and you see a player like Cherry who's sacrificing her body. You need the same effort from every one of the players wearing a white shirt here tonight. You have to make sure you get in the lanes, take one for the team, and sacrifice yourself for the betterment of your teammates.
Well, I just see, if I'm there, I'm looking at the work Adele King is doing for me and saving me from complete embarrassment here. And the least I'm going to do is jump in front of one of those shots. Here's Kristen Coos. Scores.
That's a nice shot by Coos right there. One of the few times that we did not see Adele King challenge. She stayed back on her crease, and because of that, left that far side open. And Kristen Coos makes no mistake, making a good, quick shot to the bottom left-hand corner of the net, giving Team Canada a 4-0 lead here with 8:06 left in the second period.
Let's talk about Kristen Coos for a little bit, Trevor. Points in every game. Always making something happen. For one, I've heard her name. I know she plays some AUS, but had no idea how offensively gifted she is. Very, very good on the offensive side of things.
Yeah, and we talked about it last night, I believe, Chris, but, she scored some nice goals here, but just the way she handles the ball on the outside and looks to make that smart play, and not a great comparison to say like a Wayne Gretzky type player.
Easy,
right? But in terms of the way she sees the game and sets up on the outside or behind the net, then looks for a pass. That type of player, very heads-up type of player. That's where I'm going with that comment. But a very heads-up player. Nothing flashy, but just a good, smart hockey player all the way around.
Trev, what's the over-under on shots here?
My guess is that Team Canada will finish with 70 shots.
70.
Yeah.
Wow. Dawson fires. That's just Wyatt. And just King's knees must be shot for back.
Yeah, just the fact of getting up and down
like
so
that.
much. With this concrete floor, just the beating that you're taking.
Yeah.
It's
Oh!
Jose, did you see that? What a save again.
Amazing stop by Adele King down there. And yes, that was us cheering in the booth. I do not care. She has made at least 3 impossible saves here in this game and numerous more great saves.
And, our comments for Team USA is taking nothing away from the way Team Canada is playing right now because they are playing phenomenal. They are playing a great game. But you have to give credit where credit is due, and King is just playing unbelievable lights out from her team. And there we see another nice play by Team Canada. They are finding ways now to get the ball to the net, and they're sticking with it. There's a small bounce. They're staying with it, making the chances count, and certainly they've got 45 shots on the Team USA goaltender, but when they're getting in close and getting those second chances, they're taking advantage of it. And that's going to be key, as we talked about. If they continue to go on and win this game, they're having the same type of solid goaltending tomorrow against Slovakia, so they have to keep finding ways to get balls to the net, making a cross-crease pass, those quick one-timers, doing those little things right to try and score some goals.
I tell you what, Trevor, Team Canada's offensive ability, whew, it's something else.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch all week, Chris. Just the way they can pass the ball around. They can play the run and gun game. They can slow things down. They are very offensively talented. And, you know, when you're getting points from your defense, when you're getting the work ethic and the points from your forwards, as a coach, you've got to love that. You love the effort they're showing each and every night. And the fact that they're being creative about it, just a lot of good things happening right now for the Team Canada squad as they play the semifinal game against the U.S.
And it's spread around, Trev. It goes from, you know, I can't even pick out who is the best Team Canada forward. Jennifer Bryan, you know, is good. Fanny Day-Forge, obviously 7 points last night. But it goes from them right down to Kane, who they're using as the spare forward, who's got points in every game, I would think, and has one player of the game here. So they're a group of forwards, not even touching on the defense yet, you know, and very, very, very deep squad.
Championship teams are made of many different pieces, and those pieces together make a great puzzle. And we're seeing that because each of these players know their roles. And you can tell that by the way they play the game. Their positioning is solid. Their attention to detail is solid. And while certainly I think almost every player has benefits in some way on the score sheet, their defensive system and their willingness to compete each and every game has been phenomenal. And they'll need to continue to be that way in this game, you know, to get the win, to be competitive, and to continue to do the right things. They have to keep that good championship mentality that they've shown throughout the week.
And the United States will get a power play here as Shelly Cockrell will be whistled for high sticking.
So we've got 5 minutes left here. So, you know, we have not seen the U.S. have a whole lot of possession time. You know, they have a 5-on-4 advantage right now. So if they're going to do anything, this is the chance. They have a time right now, 2 minutes, to try and get some pressure on Team Canada. You know, you may try a stretch pass here, maybe try and get something going with a little chip into the offensive zone, and then work hard to get the ball back. But they have to try and get something going here on this 2-minute power play. And there we see King just hanging on a smart play because Team Canada's forward, Blomberg, was just driving the net hard, trying to force that face-off, and she did exactly that. By her hustle, by her tenacity, she forces the Team USA goaltender to cover the ball, making sure there's a face-off in the defensive zone. And there we see it again. Now that time she had a bit more time. Maybe could have played it off to the side for one of her defensemen. But maybe seeing something in terms that the line needed to change or want to slow things down. But making a smart play, holding on to it. Again, getting a face-off here and hoping that her Team USA teammates can get the draw and then have a good, clean breakout and go through the neutral zone. Jenny Bryan, once again, we see Jenny Bryan, who I talked about her in the first broadcast. I knew her through her Team Atlantic days and her minor hockey days growing up in Truro, Nova Scotia, and was always known as a hardworking player, and we've seen that here throughout the week. Maybe not going to score a lot of goals for you, although she has scored a few here this week. She's just so solid in both ends of the rink, and that's why, as a coach and as a hockey administrator, I always loved being around Jenny Bryan because of what she brought to the rink each and every night. And we're continuing to see her leadership skills here this week as one of the co-captains of Team Canada.
Broken up very nicely down there by Bankowski. And Team Canada, even on the penalty kill, just throwing the ball around. And, again, we all know the story with these USA girls. They've done very well this week. And, again, for them even to be in this game, very impressive. And King, what can you say about her? And it does appear that Trista Rajaratnam did not return. I think she was hurt last night's game, and she doesn't seem to be in the lineup today. And that's a veteran presence lost as well for Team USA.
That's right, because if my memory serves it correct, I think I hurt her leg last night down late in the game. Yeah, late in the game. She went down hard on the concrete floor, and as was mentioned, she played a very good game last night as a veteran player for Team USA. So not having that type of player in the lineup against a Team Canada certainly hurts, but that these Team USA forwards in defense are going to work hard to try and get one for her tonight. But again, a very tough loss for Team USA in the semifinal game.
Back here for Dawson. Dawson sends that out and down over McMasters. Patterson. She sends it ahead here. A little too far for LeBlanc. Kane again. Shot there by O'Grady. Bounces off the backboards. Just out of the reach of Dawson. And that'll go back down here to Delaney Bryan, who has replaced Katie Passfield.
And it's interesting, Chris, and we've talked about it a few different times, but just the way the teams play, and we like Team Canada has a lot of special things. Team Slovakia has a lot of special things. Czech Republic, but a team like a Team USA, where they probably have some newer players to the hockey game, are still kind of growing the game in their country. Just some of the little things that the top teams do. Team USA is not there yet, and just the way they attack the ball and the little chip plays off the boards and things like that. That will come with more experience and seeing these top teams play and being aggressive on the power play, trying to make turnovers happen. That will come with experience, but right now we're just not seeing it from Team USA.
No, and it's a good point, Trev, and we talked about it on the Great Britain broadcast this morning. You had an emailer write in and say, Chris, you've obviously been around the game a long time. What can our girls do to do better? As Terry Ryan blocks that one up high. And my response to them was, as an adult, if you're learning the basic skills of the game while trying at the same time to learn the nuances in terms of systems play, in terms of where to be and coverage, it's very difficult. Very difficult. And we talked about how with the kids, when we coach them in ice hockey, we spend so much time on skill development at an early age. And as adults learning, you just don't have the time to put in. So it's a very big step. And I said to the people from Great Britain who are asking the question, they said, these girls should be given every opportunity to get as much floor time as they can. They're obviously passionate about it, obviously committed, and it's a time thing. And experience, like we talked about, there's no substitute.
No, you're right. And just watching the Team USA defensive system here right now, they know their role. They're watching their man. They're trying to keep things on the outside. But when Team Canada starts moving, they're not reacting as fast. And that's something that comes with experience because, yes, a coach can drop a play. He can tell you where you want to be on the floor, which is important, and that's all good. But when you have a team like Team Canada who is using their feet and moving to open spaces, you have to react to that and then adjust your box or your defensive zone system accordingly. And we're just not seeing that sharpness from Team USA. But that will come with experience and more opportunities to play against the Team Canadas and the Team Slovakias and those strong teams as part of the women's pool.
36 seconds remain here. Coos with a backhand, and King makes another sharp glove save.
Now, and there we see Coos once again. When you're a smart player, you're in the right spots at the right time, and that's something we discussed in the last game, was that we thought the Czech Republic were almost too close to that crease. But when that play is coming out, you need to back yourself up a little bit closer to the hash marks and get those good shot opportunities, because when you're back by the hash marks, you give yourself a hole net to shoot at. And that's what we saw from Coos right there. Good positioning in the slot, a good pass comes out, and a quick backhand, but King makes another nice save in the Team USA net.
15 seconds to play in the second. Adele King has made 44 saves through 2. Completely unbelievable. And as we mentioned, many of them very difficult.
So, Team Canada right now in control, Chris. They're playing the game they wanted to play. They came out early. They got a couple of early goals. And, certainly this game could easily be 12-13-0 if it wasn't for the efforts of King in goal. And, we've been talking about the Team USA compete level. They've been competing each and every shift. They are working hard, staying in this game. But just overmatched right now by Team Canada and their efforts on the floor.
Team Canada leads 5-0 here in the women's semifinal. Team Canada losing currently 2-0 in the men's semifinal to the Czech Republic. And time obviously getting short on them over there because they started before we did. So we'll keep you updated as much as we can. And if you want to tune in to both, you are able to do that. You are able to open 2 separate windows here with the Bell Alliance stream. So we're going to take a quick break here and catch our breath and our thoughts. And we'll see you guys for the third very shortly. Okay, folks, we're back for the third period here between Team Canada and Team USA, and an update from the Glacier. Czech Republic's taking a 3-0 lead in the second period. So that is looking very ominous for Team Canada men's, unless they can really put something together over there. Team Canada back on the attack. Here's Moxley. Shot, saved by King. And that'll be her 48th save.
Yeah, and we're into the third period here now, Chris. It's a 5-0 lead for Team Canada. The Team Canada coaching staff will want their players to keep running the lines, to keep doing the little things right here, to be ready to go, for tomorrow. Because, as it looks right now, Team Canada will advance here in the women's pool. They'll play Slovakia tomorrow. So they had to make sure they focus on the little things now that they'll need tomorrow to be successful. Getting shots to the goal, making good puck decisions, doing all those little things right that championship teams do.
Danica Smith sends it wide over here for the one-timer by LaRock. Team Canada men now down 4-0, so she's all over but the crying at the Jack Byrne, I'd imagine.
Is that second period, Chris, or third period?
That is the second period. Team Canada has called a timeout as we watch the stream here. One-timer and another save by King.
And a nice play by LaRock there to see that play, to bring it through the middle, and just offline a little bit from Cockerell there, but a nice play by Team Canada using those seams, finding the openings.
Oh, another kick save by Adele King, and Cherry's down there for the block. And I got an email in that said Melanie Cherry has no children. I could have swore that she told us that in her interview, so maybe she was lying. I don't know. Maybe she just... Here's Moxley. Or maybe she has him and the guy that told us doesn't know about it. One way or the other.
I'm not touching that one, Chris. You're on your own.
No, I'm going to stop too.
Yeah,
and Dave Forge sends that deep. One-timer MacArthur. That's blocked by Ostagai. Good job there. And she sends it down.
And Ostagai does a nice job. They are getting the stick in the lane, taking that ball away, and then wasting no time getting it down the floor. And that's what we talked about. Team USA need to do a better job of getting in the lanes and taking those passes away, and we're seeing that here early on this penalty kill.
Team Canada control MacArthur. Dave Forge fans on that one. Dave Forge. That's blocked by Ostagai. King with another 2, 3, 15 saves. I might adopt Adele King, Trevor. Out here for MacArthur as the penalty's over, so the U.S. kill off that man advantage for Team Canada. Shot wide. Blomberg now on the rebound. She scores. Alicia Blomberg with, I believe, her second of the night.
And that one kind of sneaks in there, but it all comes from a good attack by Team Canada. They're continuing to get balls deep down in the zone, and then they're winning those battles along the boards. They are not allowing the Team USA defenders any time to get those balls out. So nice job by Team Canada to continue the pressure down low, getting balls to the net, and capitalizing on their chances.
6-0 shots are 54-1 for Team Canada. Kristen Coos, that's blocked. And away comes Brown. Prostak, she's hampered by Perron. That's sent in, and O'Grady back to retrieve. Here's Coos ahead for Habina, who makes a nice play there. McMasters. I actually haven't seen much of a Habina. I don't know if she's hurt. Over here for Perron. Backhand. That goes wide of goal. Dawson's in. She takes a stick up high.
Good smart pinch by Dawson, though. She reads that play. She doesn't hesitate. She goes right to the ball, gets it back in deep, and then retreats to her position. The key there for her was not hesitating. She went there right away, made the good, safe, smart play.
Outlet feed here, and a nice one by Dawson. Sent in deep. And they'll go for a change. Back here for Smith. Smith for Sands. Sands waits. Looks for a lane. Sands. Oh, Sands does get a lane. But a nice play and a block by Patterson, I believe that was. I was going to say Cherry just because that's who it normally is. Here's Larocque. Larocque turns that over, and there's 10:49 to play in the third. And Trevor, we saw in the Slovak-Czech game, Team Slovakia not ready because they hadn't been pushed. And not even so much not being ready, but not, I guess, peaked. They hadn't peaked because they hadn't had to. How does Canada avoid that same fate tomorrow?
I think it comes down to a mental thing, Chris. You've got to prepare yourself mentally and know what you're up against. And, from Team Canada's standpoint, they really haven't had a slow start yet, which I think will be key for them. Because usually teams that start off slow get themselves in trouble. And Team Canada has been able to come out each game thus far, get a couple of early goals, and set the tone for the game. And I think tomorrow it had to be the exact same way. They had to know mentally that Slovakia will give them the toughest game they've had to date. They've got to be ready for that. And we heard the girls talk about during their interviews throughout the week that they're gunning for Slovakia because they feel that they had a gold medal stolen from them at the last World Championships. So they're right now, they have to finish this game against the U.S., stay strong, keep doing the little things right, but start getting mentally focused right away to know that they'll be up against a tough opponent in Slovakia, and to know they have to get off to a good start and set the tone of that game early.
As Megan Habina had, let's go, actually a very nice shot on Delaney Bryan for Team Canada's second shot of the game. Or Team USA, I apologize, second shot of the game. Desforges now, Fanny Desforges. Nice backhand feed for Jenny Bryan, and Canadians do something better than almost every team in this tournament. I will say every team, is they do it better than Slovaks, and that's putting the ball into space. And they have been so successful putting balls into space, running into them, just like soccer players do. And that should bode well for them tomorrow.
No, that's exactly right. That was a great example of right there that, Team Canada players saw Jenny Bryan breaking hard on the boards. And instead of trying to make that direct pass to her, just put it ahead of her, let her run into it. And that allows her to keep her feet moving and go to the net. And just a smart play.
It allows so much too, and you talk, and so important about keeping the feet moving, because we've seen so many times with some of these teams, we'll call them the developing countries, where they're so focused on making the pass tape to tape that the other player has to stop because they're not used to hitting someone in motion or getting the concept of sending it long. So that's something that these Canadians have mastered through probably a lot of them played soccer, a lot of them played ice hockey, and they really get that concept, and that's helped them tremendously.
Yeah, and if that tape-to-tape pass is there, Chris, then outstanding. Make the pass because you want to hit your player in full flight and make that good pass. But if it's not there, don't try to force it. You know your player is going. By chipping off the boards and putting the open space, you're causing the defender to turn as well, and that slight hesitation sends your player in. So those are things that come along with experience and knowledge and just playing the game. And we're seeing that from Team Canada throughout this week, doing a lot of the little things right, the nuances of the game, as you've mentioned, Chris. And because of that, that's why they've been so successful and spend so much time with the ball in the offensive zone, because they're finding ways to make it happen.
And first time we've seen this week, Kane wins a draw with her feet, blown down, blown dead. So that's an international rule that I believe they've also adopted for men's ice hockey and women's ice hockey.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I remember some of our Team Atlantics when we played in the World Under 17. You can win a face-off, but not with your feet. Yeah. So it's interesting.
It is. And now they've made that further in the NHL this year with the no-hand pass for the defensive zone, which off the draw, which was giving defensive defensemen in the defensive centermen in the NHL an unfair advantage because they were allowed to do that. And Kane scores another.
Kane, she's making it tough. And it's great to see her. And good on her, Chris, that she's been able to go through all those lines and continue to produce. Yes. Sometimes when you're playing with different line mates, it throws you off a little bit. But not the case at all with Kane. Like, she's got out there each and every game. She's played with every line at some point, and she continues to produce.
Yeah.
So good on her for having that mental toughness to always stay focused, know who she's playing with, and to continue to find herself in the right spots, because she's been a real bright spot for Team Canada and continues to do a lot of things really well. something I want you to watch here. That the official from Slovakia, a lot of side hops.
Side hops.
He does a lot of side hops. Instead of walking in straight lines, there's a lot of side hops. Have a look. I think you'll enjoy it.
And that is the guy we nicknamed Johnny Whistlehard here early in the tournament. We didn't know his name. He blew the whistle a lot for penalties. Johnny Whistlehard.
But, I like Johnny. He's been doing a great job in the games I've seen him do. But I enjoy his little sidestep.
It must be a European thing. O'Grady steps down. That's sent long, and Danica Smith will recover. Out here for Sands. Sands ahead for Purcell, who smartly gets the blue line. Oh, and another nice move by Chelsea Purcell. Purcell in there now for Pouliot. Oh, Dave LaRock one time's out of the air, and Adele King still got attitude. I love that. How'd she get that out of here?
And what a play by Team Canada's Purcell. They're right at the blue line. A nice little spinorama. Brings in the zone, and then great hand-eye coordination from LaRock to get a piece of that ball and get it on net. But again, we see Adele King step up in that USA net and make a real nice save. And here we see Team Canada once again throwing the ball around, just taking the outside, not rushing things. They're looking for the good shooting opportunity, which I think is good. That's a good habit to get into right now, is that you're getting lots of shots on goal. You're getting your opportunities, so no need to rush it and look for that bad shot. Take your time, move the ball around, look for the good scoring opportunity.
Nice pass ahead there by Amanda Brown, I believe that is over there. Could be Ostagai. They're very similar looking from the front.
Now here we are. We've got 6:29 left in this third period. Team Canada, 58 shots on goal. Team USA with 2. And, it's hard not to talk about it again, but Adele King has just been, she's been great.
51 saves. 51 saves to this point, Trevor. And
no, when goalies have 51 saves, it's normally an overtime game or double overtime game. But to have 51 saves, not even, I guess halfway through the third period, just an incredible feat tonight. And certainly Team Canada has been tremendous. But you have to give full marks to Adele King for the way she's competed throughout this game.
And full marks and bonus marks, like 105%, that extra little bit. Because she's been, we spoke about it all tournament. We're not surprised by the way she's playing. Maybe impressed by the consistency that she brings every single game.
Yeah, and just her attitude, Chris. Like you said, she's competing. And it's easy for someone to give up when they're down like this right now and their team is struggling. But she's not giving up. She's still playing with confidence, playing with that little bit of an attitude, like you said. And that's something that you gotta love to see from your goaltender if you're the coach, because she's not giving up, and you're trying to rally your troops to do the exact same thing, to keep working hard, to keep digging, to keep being passionate, and hopefully from that something positive will happen.
Well, I mean, she's the shining example. The coach certainly doesn't have to look around for leaders in the room, obviously.
No, and from a player standpoint, when you know your goalie is working that hard, it should inspire you to be at your utmost best each and every shift. And even if you can't score a goal for her, you got to show her that you're working just as hard as she is on that net. And, we are seeing the USA compete as we talked about, and it's taking nothing away from them. They're just overmatched right now in the speed and skill department. But I like the fact that the U.S. have come out here, they competed, and certainly Adele King's performance tonight has been nothing short of remarkable.
Danica Smith up there for Coos. It's a little too far. Talk is on that. Coos again. Kristen Coos shot. Talk tips that, and King sends that away.
And there we see Coos again, just reading that play. Not trying to add too much pressure on the forecheck, just reading the play, staying back a little bit. And because of that, it's another opportunity on the USA net. And just a nice, smart dump in right there by Tulk. Just a little chip in. Gets the ball in deep. Able to get a good, smart change by Team Canada. So I love the way that Team Canada is doing all these little things right. And that is, to me, that's a great sign heading into tomorrow's final. They are doing the little things right, making sure they're playing their game, and doing a wonderful job of it.
And that's Chantel LaRock. She's got a couple tonight.
And Madison Sands right there on the back end. Each and every game she's getting more and more floor time and seems to be getting more and more confidence with each game. And I like the way she's playing. She's certainly not a big defenseman by any means, but what a great job she's done patrolling the blue line for Team Canada, making good passes, and that play there, getting the shot to the net, allowing Larocque to get that ball and put it home.
60th shot on goal for Team Canada. And away they come again. It's Larocque. Now with Kane and Pouliot. And as we discussed, Kane playing with everybody. So really hard to find chemistry, but obviously a very versatile player if she's able to do that.
No, and shows something that sometimes coaches will just, if you're a 13th forward or whatever the case may be, sometimes you'll just roll that player on one line because, the trust factor is not there or you just want to have that chemistry. But obviously, the way Kane has played, no doubt in the coach's mind she can play with anybody. Yeah. And he's rolling her out or she's rolling her out with every line. And it's a lot of fun to watch her play with these teammates and play so well.
Good job by the Americans collapsing back to help King there that time.
That's right. We've seen all 4 players collapse. We had 1 player up high for the U.S., but they got down, they took care of the front of that net, and made sure they cleared the ball away. So nice job by Team USA reacting to that shot on goal.
Adele King. She is something else, Trevor.
Even the referees are blocking shots right now. The linesman just took one right in the backside on that time. So everyone's getting to the semifinal action.
There's Moxley working down low. Candace Moxley out here for Dawson. Dawson shoots. And that's wide of the goal.
And no mercy right now from the Team Canada defense. They're still winding up and hammering that ball.
Yeah, Team Canada's defenders, how many shots towards goal do they have this tournament? Another nice save by King. She's looking up at that clock now, wondering why it's going so slow.
And the thing that's really nice about it, she makes it look so effortless.
Oh, yeah.
With the exception of a few saves she had to kind of dive across, a lot of these saves have been in close, but because of her positioning, she makes it look effortless. And that blocker save was just a great example of that. She's in position, just feathers it away with the blocker. Just outstanding positioning from this goaltender.
Oh, amazing. Blomberg now. Shot from the point, tip by Bryan, and another save by King.
Team Canada continuing to throw the ball around on the outside here. Sands over to Smith, who sends it down deep for Team Canada. Back to Smith at the red line, just trying to slow things down. Hammers the ball to the net. Nice save by King to kick it away. Team USA gains control and brings it up the floor. And here we see Team Canada getting back in their positioning very quickly to prevent that neutral zone attack. So nice job by Team Canada. Go down offensively, get the shot on goal, but then to get back and retract to their neutral zone positioning very quickly to prevent that breakout from the Team USA from happening.
Absolutely. Good analysis there, Trevor.
Thank you, Christopher.
12 remaining here in the third as Team Canada will meet Team Slovakia tomorrow. Sands still making good decisions, Trev. Not just firing balls in there, 8-0. Making sure she's not getting her shot blocked. Lots of stuff you like to see as a coach, too.
And so patient back there. And, we've seen that patience develop each and every game. So I'm sure she's a younger player with the team. She's gaining confidence. And as a young player, getting in these situations and getting the confidence of your coach to play in these situations, that's phenomenal for your attitude and, feeling good about yourself, especially heading into a gold medal game tomorrow.
Koo sends that around the back. Dave Forge. Team Canada's men are still down 4-0, so we don't have a game clock. Not looking good for them. 25 seconds to go. Shots on goal, an unbelievable 64-2 at this point. A diving effort by Erica Bankowski, down 8-0. Great job by Bankowski.
And a blocked nice shot by USA.
Yeah, McMaster sends that down. So Team Canada wins this one 8-0. Outshooting them 64-2, which, if my math is right, leaves Adele King with a 56 save performance.
Yeah, just you certainly cannot fault Adele King for the way she played tonight. The goals that were scored against her were legit goals. There might have been one weak one, but if you're making 54 saves, hey, you should go ahead and allow a weak one in there. Just outstanding in terms of her effort. And you can tell she is just exhausted right now.
Well, I tell you, I'll be the first one to give her a standing ovation when she's awarded Player of the Game here right now.
Yeah, just an outstanding effort, and she is absolutely exhausted. You know, certainly appreciation from her teammates and appreciation from Team Canada. You know, they did score 8 goals, but with 54 saves, just a phenomenal individual performance by Adele King.
So, Trevor, Team Canada's only hope for gold now rests with these ladies as the men are falling down to defeat at the hands of the Czech Republic. Not over yet, but not looking good. So 1 p.m. tomorrow at the Jack Byrne Arena. And you can join us for the call as we're going to mosey on down for that one, I believe, Trev.
No, and, you know, when Team Canada started this event, their goal was to be in the gold medal game, and they were expecting to see Slovakia there, and they got their wish. They wanted to play them again to earn back that title as champions. They've worked hard. They've earned the right to do that tomorrow. So now the key is enjoy this victory right now, but be ready to go tomorrow because there's going to be a lot of work to do. You know, maybe some scouting, watch some video tonight about Slovakia, but it's a short turnaround time because Team Canada is used to playing the evening games throughout this week. Having a game now tomorrow at 1 o'clock, you know, it's going to be a quick turnaround for them. They're not used to. So that's something they have to make sure they get focused on. As soon as this game finishes, you know, get some good rest, get a good meal, and start getting refocused for tomorrow's championship game.
That is a very good point you make, Trev, about the game time tomorrow. The States have played everywhere. They've played at 8 a.m. They've played noontime. They've played in the middle of the afternoon. Obviously, they played at night. So, you know, and same with Slovakia. Played all over the place. Canada have had the same routine for a number of days now, and that routine's going to change tomorrow.
Yeah, with the exception of their first game, which I believe was in the afternoon. Yes. Everything else for the last 4 or 5 days, they've gotten in the routine of playing that evening game. So from a coaching staff standpoint now, you're trying to plan the day tomorrow with your travel time, your meal times. Everything changes. So, you know, with these girls, they should have been around enough through their ice hockey days and ball hockey days that they're used to playing in the day. But, you know, when your body's not used to it, you know, after this week-long event, you know, you got to make sure you're mentally focused and physically ready to go for that time change.
Yeah, well, that'll be it for us tonight. I'm not sure if there's going to be a post-game show as our media contact has hit the road and gone to the men's game. And it doesn't look like anyone's beaten down a path to get up here. So I guess that's it. And if we do come back, we'll tape the interview. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on here. I'm thrown off. My routine got changed. So for Trevor Murphy, the best cameraman in Mount Pearl, Newfoundland tonight, Teddy O'Rourke, we will see you tomorrow. And we're back here for the post-game show as I prematurely signed off there. Didn't know we were going to have a visitor. Kristen Coos. Kristen, welcome to the booth. Congratulations on another big game tonight and big game tomorrow with Slovakia.
Yep, that's what it looks like.
We were talking about up here earlier tonight how you've been able to chip in offensively just about every game and that you're very comfortable, it seems, handling the ball on the outside and setting up plays. So would you consider yourself more of a playmaker or a goal scorer? What do you try and do out there?
Yeah, I'd say probably a playmaker. I'm not really one to score a whole lot of goals. Not that I don't try, but I mean, that's life.
Yeah?
I don't know.
Well, you got some line mates that have been filling the net, and you've got a couple yourself, I know. What does it mean to you to be playing for Team Canada here at home in Newfoundland?
Means the world to me, honestly. Well, I went to Slovakia last time. I mean, it was awesome. I had a great first experience there, and it's just better to be home with the home fans, with my friends and family, and then along with my two Newfoundlander, Amanda Keene and Don Tulk. having them here alongside me too has been pretty great.
So it's been a great experience for you guys, getting a little bit of extra attention as the hometown girls. Tomorrow now you guys will move down to the Jack Byrne and probably a big crowd and play Slovakia. So it is a rematch of last time where they came out on top. What's the feeling for you guys that were there last time, and how do you come out on the other end of it this time around?
Well, we want to work hard, keep doing what we're doing. I mean, we have great offense going. We've scored lots of goals. It means the world to all of us returning players because we just want to get back in there and win this time around, hopefully.
So you saw them tonight. They played before your game against the Czech Republic team that was very hungry to beat them. And Slovakia on the other side of it hadn't had that test yet. And they got that tonight. And you guys are still haven't really had that test. So how do you come out tomorrow and be absolutely ready for Team Slovakia?
Well, that's a good question. I know we haven't really been tested, but we have been working hard. We've been doing all the things that we need to be doing. And I think that if we go just give our last bit of effort, leave everything out on the floor, we will come out on top.
Awesome. Well, Kristen, I know that you've been getting a lot of love on the Twitter, on the emails that have been coming in. Is there anybody out there watching that's not here in town to see the tournament that you want to say hi to or thank you to?
Yeah, well, my family is here, so I'd like to say thank you for coming, first of all, even though they probably will never hear this. But also I have a couple friends back home. My friend Mumid, he's been watching all the games religiously, so thank you. And yeah, my friends from school too, actually. I play at Mount Allison.
Yep.
So my friend Haley Monroe, she's been watching as well, so thank you for watching. And Lindsay James. So.
All right. Well, the girls from Mount A getting a shout out. Talk about this for a minute before we let you go. So back to Mount Allison this year, playing in the AUS.
Yes.
In the fall. How's your team looking for the coming season, and what are the expectations when you get there?
Well, last year we got 10 new rookies come in, so we kind of had a rebuilding kind of year, but we still did well. We just couldn't score. We had a lot of overtime losses. So, but this year I'm not sure how many people are coming in. I don't think we have a lot of new people coming, so we have most of our returning team coming back. So it's looking good, I think.
Yeah, and how many years of eligibility do you have left at AUS?
2.
2?
Yeah.
This one and another?
Yep.
So you're the veteran now. So, so girls, she's getting a great experience here. She's going to build her leadership through playing for Team Canada at home. Come back, help the Mounties in the fall. And is there anything else you want to say to your adoring public before we let you go?
Thank you for watching. You guys are the best.
All right, there it is. You're the best. Kristen, you're the best. And hopefully Team Canada's the best tomorrow. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Good luck. And I hope you guys get the gold medal tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right.